All right, good evening. Welcome to our Spring 2023 concert. For the first part of our concert, we've got our 6th grade band for you. They've been working extra hard since the last time you heard them in December, and the first piece they're going to open with is called Fortify, and it's meant to kind of evoke the idea of a medieval castle preparing for battle. So hope you enjoy our first piece. Coming up next, we're going to have a couple of small groups play for you. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the concert. You know, during class, we all rehearse together. I give them pieces, but it's a very teacher-led and student-followed kind of approach. So one thing I love to do with my students is give them the opportunity to make some musical choices for themselves. So every concert, I give them the opportunity to create small groups with their friends. They get to pick their own piece of music, can be whatever they want as long as they find it. They rehearse on their own time. Sometimes they ask me for help, and we get extra time during the school week to rehearse with a little help from me, but overall, at least 99% of the work is put in by them. They're making their choices, they're picking their music, they're rehearsing. And it's a great way for us to hear some individuals. We hear the whole band together, but it's kind of hard to pick out individuals when we all play together. So it's a good moment to let individual people shine and show off their work. So the first small group that we're going to have play for you, they're going to play Marche Militaire, and we're going to have 2 clarinetists, Henry and Benjamin on clarinet, and then one of our percussionists here, Akshar, is going to wheel over the bass drum. They're going to play a first small group piece for you. All right, we have a duet coming up this time. We're going to hear from Sarah Perez on clarinet and Andrew Fowler on trombone, and they're going to play a short selection of Morning from the Peer Gynt Suite. All right, we're going to go back to the full band now. The next piece we have for you is called Imperium. The other day during class, I asked the students ask them how they would describe the opening part of this song. And they came up with the following descriptions. They said it sounded bold, ancient, mysterious, and powerful. This piece features a lot of cool stuff. You hear a lot of back and forth between our brass and woodwind players. Our clarinets get to show off some of their higher notes. We have a couple of really great sections where our percussion section gets to shine. So hope you enjoy our next selection, Imperium. All right, we have two more small group performances. for our 6th grade portion of the concert. Next up is a class favorite when we first learned the song back in, about February or March. Trombone Rag, they asked to do this almost every single day. I only got a little tired of it. So, for one last time, one final time this year, we're going to hear the Trombone Rag. And this is being played, let's see who we've got here. We're going to have Sarah Perez again on clarinet. We're going to hear from Kennedy Goldberg on bass clarinet. And of course, it wouldn't be the Trombone Rag without a trombone, played by Andrew Fowler. Wouldn't be the Trombone Rag if the trombone player didn't get to show off. All right, we have one more small group performance here. Again, on bass clarinet, we've got Kennedy Goldberg, and she's going to play a selection from Beauty and the Beast. All right, we have, wrong mic. I've got extra mics just in case this one dies, if you're wondering why I've got 3 microphones and keep grabbing the wrong one. All right, we have one final piece to be played by our 6th grade band. Before they finish off, I just want to take a moment and brag on them. Raise your hand if you were here for their December concert, if you remember hearing this group play back in December. If you were there for that, you'll remember how I described a lot of the challenges we ran into that year, how we started getting our concert music, and then they all went on a field trip. And then they all got sick on that field trip, and for about 3 weeks, they'd only have half the class rotating in and out at any given time. And then by the time everyone got over their sickness, it was Thanksgiving break, and they all went home for another week. So we lost probably about a whole month of practice time. But I bragged on these students last semester and talked about how determined they were. They wouldn't say no to anything. They're like, no, we're going to learn this music. We're not going to remove anything from our program. We're going to work hard. We're going to play all of it no matter what. This is what this group sounds like when they don't miss a ton of time for being sick or Thanksgiving break. This is what they sound like when they have all that determination and actually all the time they need. So they sound great. I'm really proud of all the progress they've made this year. Yeah, round of applause for them.